It was a regular day for Elena, an Uber driver in Los Angeles. She had just finished a long shift and was driving her last passenger of the night. Little did she know, this ride would change her life forever. As she picked up the passenger, she noticed he looked familiar, but she couldn't quite place where she had seen him before. "Where to?" she asked, glancing at him in the rearview mirror. "To the nearest Tesla dealership," he replied casually. Elena's heart skipped a beat. Could it be? Was she driving Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, the man behind some of the most revolutionary technologies in the world? As they pulled onto the highway, Elena decided to strike up a conversation, unsure of how to approach the subject. "You know," she said, "I always wanted a Tesla, but it's just a bit out of my reach." Elon smiled. "It's not just about owning a car. It's about the journey that leads you to your dreams." Intrigued, Elena decided to open up about her own struggles. She shared that she was a single mother who had recently lost her job due to the pandemic. Despite working long hours as an Uber driver, her financial situation had only worsened. She had dreams of starting her own business, but every attempt had ended in failure. As Elena spoke, Elon listened intently. It was clear that her words resonated with him. After a few moments of silence, he spoke up. "You know, the biggest obstacle to success is often not the lack of resources, but the fear of failure. I've faced failure countless times, but I've learned to embrace it as part of the journey." Elena was taken aback. Here was a billionaire, a man who had changed the world, speaking about failure in such a relatable way. It made her realize that even someone as successful as Elon Musk had faced struggles. They continued talking about entrepreneurship, life, and the importance of perseverance. Elena told Elon about her dream of starting a small online business focused on eco-friendly products. She believed in it, but every setback had made her feel as though it was an impossible dream. Elon nodded. "The world needs more people like you, people who care about making a difference. I can't promise you success, but I can promise you that if you keep trying, you'll learn more from your failures than your victories." Elena felt a spark of inspiration. Elon's words weren't just motivational. They were a reminder that failure was part of the journey, not the end of it. She knew then that she wasn't alone in her struggles, and that maybe, just maybe, she could make her dreams come true. As the ride neared its destination, Elon reached into his pocket and pulled out a business card. He handed it to Elena, saying, "I believe in you. I know what it's like to struggle, and I want to help you get back on your feet." Elena took the card, feeling a rush of emotions. Was this a joke? Was Elon Musk really offering to help her? She looked at the card, and the words on it were simple. "Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and SpaceX. Reach out when you're ready." But that wasn't all. As Elena was preparing to pull up to the Tesla dealership, Elon added, "You'll need some capital to get started. I'm going to tip you $100,000 to help you launch your business." Elena's hands shook as she tried to process what he had just said. $100,000? This was beyond anything she had ever imagined. She had worked hard for every penny, and here was Elon Musk giving her an amount that could truly change her life. "Thank you. Thank you so much," Elena whispered, still trying to comprehend the generosity. She had no idea how to thank him. Elon smiled. "The best way to repay me is to make your dream a reality. I believe in you." Elena couldn't believe what had just happened. As she parked the car and Elon stepped out, she stood there in awe, holding the business card and check in her trembling hands. She had always dreamed of owning her own business, but the reality of it seemed so far out of reach. And yet, here she was with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, all because of a chance encounter with Elon Musk. "Thank you," she called out as Elon walked towards the dealership. He turned around with a smile. "Just keep pushing forward, Elena. I'm rooting for you." Elena watched as Elon disappeared into the Tesla dealership, and the gravity of the situation began to sink in. She had received a life-changing gift, and now it was up to her to make the most of it. She knew she couldn't waste the chance he had given her. Over the next few weeks, Elena worked tirelessly to plan her business. She used the money Elon had given her to build a website, invest in inventory, and market her eco-friendly products. She kept her promise to herself and to Elon to push forward, no matter the obstacles. Despite the initial excitement, Elena quickly realized that building a business wasn't as easy as it seemed. There were many sleepless nights filled with frustration as she struggled to get her website to rank, find the right suppliers, and establish a customer base. The money from Elon had been a great start, but it wasn't a magic solution to all her problems. One evening, after another long day of troubleshooting and feeling the pressure mount, Elena received an email. It was from a supplier who had backed out of their contract, leaving her business plans in limbo. Just as she was about to give up, she remembered Elon's words, "The best way to repay me is to make your dream a reality." She felt a renewed sense of determination. Elena decided to keep pushing through, reminding herself that success wasn't built overnight. The struggles were part of the journey, and she needed to embrace them, not run from them. It was a rainy afternoon when Elena received another unexpected message, this time from Elon Musk's assistant. "Mr. Musk would like to know how things are going with your business. He's been following your progress, and he wants to offer further support." Elena couldn't believe it. Elon hadn't forgotten about her, even with everything else on his plate. She replied with gratitude, updating them on her progress and the difficulties she had been facing. A few days later, Elena received a phone call from Elon himself. "I saw your update. I know things have been tough, but you're not alone in this. I've set up a meeting with a few investors who might be interested in backing your business. Let's make it happen." Elena was stunned by his continued support. Not only had he helped her financially, but now he was connecting her with others who believed in her vision. The meeting with the investors was a turning point for Elena. The room was full of business professionals, but when Elena shared her story and vision for the future, they were captivated. The investors were impressed with her passion, perseverance, and the unique approach she was taking with her eco-friendly products. After the meeting, Elena walked out of the office with a new sense of purpose. She had secured the funding she needed to expand her business and was now ready to take it to the next level. As she celebrated with her team, Elena took a moment to reflect on how far she had come, from a struggling Uber driver to an entrepreneur with a growing business. And it all started with a single ride with Elon Musk. "I can't believe this is happening," Elena whispered to herself. "I've really made it." After securing the funding, Elena was ready to make her first big move. She launched a limited edition collection of eco-friendly products, which she had been designing and perfecting for months. The response was overwhelming. Her website traffic skyrocketed, and within the first week, she made her first major sale, a deal with a high-profile online retailer. Elena couldn't believe her eyes when she saw the order confirmation come through. It was the beginning of something bigger than she had ever imagined. She felt like she was on top of the world. But the success wasn't just about the sale itself. It was the validation of her hard work and the belief that she was truly making an impact. As she packed the first batch of orders, Elena thought back to that life-changing ride with Elon. Without his belief in her and his encouragement, none of this would have been possible. "Thank you, Elon," she whispered to herself, packing the final box for shipment. As her business continued to grow, Elena received more and more attention from the media. Her story, of a single mother turned entrepreneur with the help of Elon Musk, became an inspiration to many. One morning, Elena was invited to speak at a prestigious business conference. The opportunity to share her journey with other aspiring entrepreneurs felt like the perfect way to give back to the community that had supported her. The event was held in a large convention center, and Elena was nervous as she stepped onto the stage in front of a packed audience. She glanced at the audience, all eyes on her, and began to speak. "I'm here today because of a life-changing moment I had with someone who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself," she said. "Elon Musk's kindness and generosity didn't just give me financial support. It gave me the courage to chase my dreams." The crowd erupted in applause as Elena shared her story, and in that moment, she realized that she wasn't just running a business. She was part of a much larger movement. As Elena's business grew, she didn't forget the kindness that had been shown to her. She made it a priority to help others in need, particularly other women entrepreneurs who were starting from scratch just like she had. Elena started a mentorship program to support single mothers who wanted to pursue their business dreams. She used her platform to offer guidance, advice, and funding to women who were struggling to make ends meet but had a passion to succeed. Elena didn't just want to build a successful business. She wanted to create a lasting legacy that could empower others. She remembered how Elon's advice had transformed her outlook on life, and now she was paying it forward. "I know how it feels to be at rock bottom," Elena said during a mentorship session. "But it's not the end. It's the beginning of something new." Months after Elena's business had exploded in success, she received a phone call that she had been waiting for. It was Elon Musk himself. "I've been following your journey, and I have to say, I'm incredibly proud of what you've accomplished," he said on the call. "You've turned your dreams into a reality, and you've given back to others along the way." Elena was in shock. To think that the man who had helped her get started, the one who had taken a chance on her, was now calling to congratulate her on her success. It felt surreal. "I couldn't have done it without you, Elon. You believed in me when no one else did," Elena replied, her voice shaking with gratitude. Elon's voice softened. "I didn't just believe in you, Elena. I believed in what you could become." For Elena, this moment was full circle, a reminder that all it took was one person to change the course of her life. Years later, Elena's eco-friendly business became one of the leading brands in the industry, and her story continued to inspire millions. She had not only built a successful company, but had become a beacon of hope for those who felt like their dreams were out of reach. Elena's impact stretched beyond business. She became a voice for women's empowerment, advocating for equal opportunities and mentoring hundreds of entrepreneurs around the world. And through it all, she never forgot the man who had given her the chance to prove herself, Elon Musk. Sometimes, Elena reflected in an interview, "All it takes is one moment, one person, to change everything." For me, that person was Elon Musk, and I'll never stop being grateful for the way he changed my life. As Elena's business continued to soar, she decided it was time to give back in a more meaningful way. With Elon's initial help and the success she had achieved, she used a significant portion of her wealth to create a foundation that would fund other entrepreneurs. The foundation's focus was to provide grants and mentorship to women and marginalized groups who wanted to start their own businesses. Elena's hope was that in some small way, she could provide the same support that Elon had given her, a helping hand to those in need. Her final message to the world was simple: no one gets there alone. We all need someone to believe in us. Let's make sure we're that someone for others.